working. We working.
How do you feel you would match up against an Alex Pereira?
You know, that's a relatively, I would say, I'm not going to say easy fight because he's dangerous, but as far as styles go, that's a great matchup for me. You know, I watched their fight a couple times, and the grappling, you know, the striking exchanges are super impressive. You know, that goes without saying. Is they're absolutely elite strikers, but when they get a hold of each other, it's just almost like funny. Like I'm like like laughing at like how they're moving and what they're doing and stuff, because it's maybe they feel that way about me when I'm like hitting pads and hitting the bag and stuff. But I just feel like if I grabbed a hold of either of those guys, it wouldn't go well for them. And I think everybody knows that. So that's not something that's like a shocking statement or that's like that's outlandish in my opinion.
But as you may know, your guy Dan Hooker set the world on fire on Monday when he had mentioned that Islam cheated. Is there anything that you can say about this? Do you have the same information? Do you believe that he cheated? Do you believe that he took an IV before the fight? I spoke to Alex about the fight before Dan tweeted, and he alluded to it. But if I'm being honest, I thought he was joking because of the way he brought it up. So I wasn't really sure. But then Dan had his series of tweets, which were pretty poignant. Is there anything that you can say about this accusation?
We have reliable information to a point. And I will half plead the fifth. Can you half plead the fifth?
You could plead the 2.5?
Look, yeah, the 2.5.
Yeah.
But the information, it falls short because for several reasons, and one of them is that you can actually take an IV before a fight. It just has to be 100 mils of saline with every 12 hours in a 12-hour block. Okay, so what it more has to come down to is whether you believe that people are gonna take this saline, the 100 mils, and then stop.
Mm-hmm.
And the information also falls short is that, and the fact that from that team there were two fighters. There were two fighters from that same team. And the information can't reliably tell us yet which fighter illegally hydrated or whether they went over 100 mils. But I don't know how information can tell us that without a doubt that someone in their team is in that forward use an IV bag to rehydrate, which is not illegal if you're using 100 mils. You just got to ask yourself, if it's only 100 mils, you're going to use it within 12 hours. Why would you even bother?
Sure.
That's the information, and that the only reason I could tell, the only reason I'm going to even repeat this, and Dan's going to, I advise Dan against even talking about it.
Right.
Look, that, as you can see, that information has holes in it. That's what I'm alluding to. Okay, but it also, there's enough information there to be like, this is why Alex and the rest of the team are laughing, because we're like, man, something's going on there. We just don't, we just can't reliably say what it is, and it's just, it's frustrating. It's frustrating because the whole sport should be played on an even playing field. But then again, you can't reliably say that Islam cheated. So, I wouldn't go out there and say that in the same manner that Dan did. I just don't think you can reliably say that. But there's something going on there. Whether it was Zubira, whether it was Islam, something's going on there.